My family's coming to visit in about 2 hours or so. This is the best I can do as far as like having a mirror in front of me and then being able to film. So this is what my skin looks like without anything on. I'm getting really dark in here, like kind of darker than normal, and I don't know, my skin just looks, it looks kind of bad. So I'm gonna use the Garnier BB cream. It doesn't want to focus for some reason, but this is the one I'm going to use, and this is the one that Gemma sent me. And typically I put this on with my fingers. I don't really feel the need to use a brush with this. This is such a light coverage that I don't feel the need to use a brush with it. And even though my skin is looking really bad at the moment, I honestly don't want to use like a full coverage foundation, because right now, I don't know, I'm just not in the mood for it. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of my Painterly paint pot on my lids. And I'm going to go right up underneath my eyebrow. Actually, I think I'm going to open my shades a little bit more. That might help with some light. It's kind of overcast outside right now, but it's just enough light. I think more just was let in. I painted my fingernails, but I don't have a top coat or a base coat. You don't realize how much you miss something till you don't have it available to you. And I don't know anybody on my floor to go around asking if they have a top coat. I'm going to go ahead and use this, the new BB eye roll-on that I got from Linda. It's the Garnier. And kind of got to get it going a little bit. But it's nice and cold going on. It may not be enough for me right now at the moment, but it feels really nice going on. And I left my Pixie Peach corrector at home, which really stinks. I mean, when I was packing, I was kind of in a hurry. Now, that didn't really cover my darkness too much, so I may need to go over it. I don't want my kids and my family to walk in and seeing me, I don't know, looking sickly. So I know that they're coming tonight, and I figure it would be best if I put a little something on. This is the Collection 2000 concealer, and this will offer me a little more coverage than just the roll-on. See, I did my nails with the pink or the purple of that. Yeah, that's better. With the purple that Linda sent me. I really like the nail polish, the purple, it's pretty. I wish I had my Pixie Peach corrector. That stinks. And I would ask my husband to bring it, but I think that that would be entirely too much work. It might be a little difficult for him. I'm going to use my Nude Beach Bare Minerals eyeshadow. This is what it looks like. Hopefully I don't dump it. It's a real pretty color. I like it a lot. It adds a nice shine to the lid. So I didn't bring all my brushes either, and I'm finding that to be a bit of a challenge, not having all of my brushes. So I'm going to use my flat eyeshadow brush here. This is just the MAC 239, and I'm going to push this in right on top of the Painterly paint pot. I'm going to use that, I'm going to use the Giorgio Armani shadow that Linda sent me, because I really like it. It's very pretty and nicely pigmented. It's like the perfect kind of chocolate brown. I really like it a lot. I think it's beautiful. And I mean, literally, I'm going in with my brush like this, going like that, and look. I mean, it really does just pick up a ton of color. And I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm not going to do my normal kind of like smoky top and bottom. I may go to the bottom, I'm not sure yet. I just like to do that because that's what I'm used to, but I want to kind of hurry this up. I just want to look presentable for when everybody comes. I don't want anyone to come and see me looking sick. And today was a little bit difficult for me. I threw up today for the first time, and that sucked. And I can't figure out if it was from the medication or if it's just the chemo. You know what really stinks? This is my favorite brush. It's the Ulta Professionals. And the top here is loose. Now I can feel it moving. I like to use this brush to kind of blend out. You know, I had a whole brush video that I was going to do for you guys. I have a whole video that I want to do for people with deep set eyes, and it's basically a makeup tips and tricks. And I started writing stuff down a long time ago, what I wanted to tell you guys and what I thought was important, and it was going to include brushes too, like what kind of brushes I thought would be helpful to people with deep set eyes. And I may still try to do it even though I'm in the hospital. I don't know if you guys would be interested in seeing that, but this is just a real quick kind of look that you can do that will, you know, it's nothing dramatic, but it'll make you look alive. This is the Sonia Kashuk crease brush, large crease brush. And as you can see, I am in a little bit of a hurry because I know she's coming back and I don't want to have to stop. So there's the Nude Beach and the Giorgio Armani. I think I'm going to darken up just a tad bit in this outer area here. This is that Brulee, and I think it's an amazing color. I like it a lot, and I've been using it up here because obviously I'm not going to bring all my MAC palettes, so I was trying to be I was trying to think smart, like what should I bring, what would be good to bring. This is the e.l.f. contour brush, and I like to just use it mainly for like the same thing as the Ulta crease brush, like blending up. I'm going to go into my Stila palette. Of course I brought this. I'm taking these two colors. That's as close as I can get to Tissue Weight and Just at the moment. I'm just placing these right in here. When I was packing up some makeup, I was trying to be smart about it and think, what can I use where I can get a lot of looks, not having to bring tons of stuff. I'm just taking a little bit of this color here from my palette, and that one is called Bliss. Just going to run that right in here. You know, I got these brushes, the two brushes from Lauren Luke, and I have to say that I was kind of disappointed with them. I can't show you right now because they're not clean, but they splayed a lot after I washed them. I thought that this brush would stay nice and flat like my MAC 239, and it didn't. It stayed splayed. And the same thing with the other brush. I didn't even bring that one. I haven't used it after I washed it because I was just, it really splayed out a lot. I was very disappointed. I'm going to quickly do my eyebrows, and I'm just going to use the little brush that came with it because I'm mainly just wanting to kind of like fill in certain areas, not wanting anything. And see, also I left my little eyebrow spoolie brush at home, so I don't even have that. You know, try explaining that to somebody who doesn't know anything about makeup, as in my husband. So I didn't even try to ask him to send it to me. I just figure I'll deal. I'm not going to have eyebrows much longer anyway. So anyway, those are the eyebrows done. And of course, I asked my husband to bring my eyelash curler, but he said he did, but I don't think he knows what it is. So I'm just going to use this mascara. It's the CoverGirl Lash Blast, and I thought I threw this away. Apparently not, because my husband found it. Go ahead and powder under my eyes now, which I normally like to do before I put my mascara on my lower lash line, but I'm going to do that now. I'm just using my Makeup Forever HD on my Sephora rounded crease brush. I originally bought this brush. I used to watch Candy Johnson. I don't watch her anymore. She suggested you getting a brush like this, but I have found that for somebody with my eye shape, a brush like this is not a good idea, because you put it in here and what ends up happening is it distributes your eyeshadow entirely too close to the eyebrow, and I don't like that. So I just use it for my under eye powder. I was watching a movie called Trading Places with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy. I love like 70s and 80s movies. They're my favorite. I mean, horror movies are my #1, but when it comes to maybe like comedies, 70s type movies are my favorite. I love them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and powder all over, and I'm going to use, I brought my Bourjois powder, so I'm just going to powder all over. And I brought my Clarins bronzer, but like an idiot I forgot my brush to use it, so I'm kind of using more of a blush brush with it. I've been using my MAC 109, which is a nice brush, but it is a little bit difficult. So I've got my Mosaic bronzer, and what I'm doing is I'm kind of tapping it in and then going around where I tapped it in, and I'm just very lightly tapping it. Like on my cheeks, I'll swirl it, and I'm just going to kind of use this for my blush. Now most of you know, and I've said this a million times before, I don't contour my cheeks. It's ridiculous for somebody like me to try to contour because my cheekbones are so high. And I actually had somebody tell me that I shouldn't contour so much. And I started laughing, and before I blocked the person, I said, well, maybe if you had watched more than one of my videos, you would know that I don't contour and that my cheekbones are just that high. And because she wasn't the nicest about it, and I was just like, whatever, I'm not going to have somebody come on and tell me that I'm contouring too much when I don't. And that was like right after I got over being sick with my bronchitis, and I had lost like 9 pounds, so I was even more sunken in right here than normal. So, but that's that. And then I was going to use a little bit of my Bourjois lip gloss that Gemma sent me. It's in #3. It's called Brune Rose. Is it focusing, or is it still trying to pick up my face? There we go. So I'm going to put this on. I worked out a little bit today. I rode the bike down in the little gym that they have. I'm going to go down and take pictures and then I'll post them at the end of this video. But I think this would be pretty for somebody like me who either has a limited access to makeup, because right now I have very limited access because I was in such a hurry to pack. I'm going to take this little brush. This is the littlest brush I have with me at the moment. My e.l.f. contour brush, and I am going to push some brown right out here in the outer corner and then kind of bring it up. So I found these the eyeshadows that they just changed my chemo bag, and I'm waiting for the nurse to come back in. Anyway, I used a little bit of this gold. This is one of the eyeshadows that Linda sent me, and I just used it on this brush, and I put it right in the inner corner here just to add a little pop. And the cleaning lady is right outside my room too. I think I hear them coming. I'm going to use a little bit of this color. This was the other one that she sent me. It's like a beautiful wine color. I'm going to put that on my MAC 239. And I'm going to put a little bit of that right here. Because you guys know lately I've really been liking that wine color. See, I knew I couldn't keep this simple. I don't think the word simple is in my vocabulary. Such a ding dong. And of course I forgot my other blending brush. Gosh dang it. I'll use this one since it's so big. I'm just gonna pull my eye out a little bit and blend this in. In and up, right onto the brow bone. Like, I know I have been saying, like, I've been putting color right into my crease, but what I do is I deposit a little bit of color in my crease, and it's just enough color that I can blend it up onto my brow bone. I think they're coming. I'm going to use my Makeup Academy palette, and I'm going to take this lighter color here on this brush, my e.l.f. brush, and I'm going to run that right underneath here. I don't know who's out in the hallway talking right now. There's like a little lounge at the end of the hall right next to my... Can you guys hear me? There's like a little lounge here at the end of the hall next to my room that people kind of sort of hang out at. Doesn't sound like a patient though. Oh, maybe it is. I'm gonna go into my Stila palette and use Kitten because the other color wasn't bright enough for me. So I'm gonna go into Kitten and put that in here. It may not be showing up too good because I'm sort of losing my light, but I think that's it. I can show you guys what I brought with me if you want to see it. I kind of already did, but I'll show you. So I think my eyes look good. I just wish that I had some blush. I can't believe I forgot blush. So here's what I brought. These are my makeup brushes. The 109, the wide eyeshadow brush from Ulta. My Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush for my Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage. I have the flat Lauren Luke brush, the rounded brush from Sephora for my under eye area, my MAC 239, which needs to be washed. Oh, here's just my Buxom eyeliner, which I'm actually going to put some of that on, and then my Ulta crease brush. My Sonia Kashuk crease brush, my Garnier BB cream. These are some of the eyeshadows that Linda sent me here, which obviously I didn't bring from home. Here's a gold one, the CoverGirl Lash Blast, my Milani concealer, the Garnier BB cream under eye concealer, Brulee from Wet n Wild. Here's the Giorgio Armani eyeshadow collection 2000 concealer. This is a very, very awesome black eyeliner from L'Oreal from their Hip collection. I don't know why it's not focusing. Come on. Alright, it's not that important. My Lorac Take a Brow. Let's see here. This is a Berry M lip gloss that Gemma sent me. Sorry, I know that's annoying, but I want it to work. There. This isn't a lip liner. This is actually an eyeliner. This is that Shiseido liner that Linda sent me. A Bourjois face powder. My MAC Painterly paint pot. My Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage. Oh, and then these are the two Laura Mercier shadows that Linda sent me. And then I brought two pigments, Queen Phyllis and Nude Beach. My big brush here. This is my Daydream Stila palette, my Makeup Academy palette, my Clarins Mosaic bronzer, my Stila palette, of course, and then these are the two quads, the Shiseido quads that Linda sent me. And then this Bourjois 3D lip gloss. Focus. That makes me kind of mad when it doesn't do that. You spend all this money on a camera. There you go. And then here's my nails, but I'm in dire need of a top coat, as you can tell. So that's it. Oh, and my HD powder. So that's it. I'm going to take some pictures once I go out that way of the... Oh, look. There's a helicopter. That's outside my window all the time. They're leaving. But anyway, I just wanted to film real quick, like, what I do to kind of get myself ready in a hurry to look alive. It's not really like in depth or anything, and as you can see, I still haven't had my hair cut, and the girl was down the hall cutting somebody's hair, so fingers crossed that she makes her way down here. So alright guys, I will see you soon. Bye.